E. Wow, that was loud.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's Natalie.
That went straight into the headphones. All right.
I'm so sorry.
No, not a problem. Keep the energy up.
We
That's
are
what we want.
live on YouTube and Facebook. Just waiting on Twitch.
Awesome.
Tie for murder mystery shows, and I just keep it tied at all times, so I don't have to retie it.
How do I share this? Okay, there we go.
Exciting.
And any minute now, we'll be live on Twitch. Twitch always takes so
Any
long.
minute now.
And then
I don't know how
was
to. How do I
Simon.
share it on Facebook? Why isn't it working for me?
And we're
Should
live
just be
on.
able to-
We're live on all platforms now.
Mine worked on my phone. I just clicked on it and then went down.
Yeah, I just clicked on the page and it was there.
So that means everybody who can hear us right now at home, that's also how you share our videos. So
Yeah.
just share our
Oh, they
damn
can hear us.
videos so more people can see us. Yes.
50 seconds.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you very
sharing
much.
it. I'm
50
sharing it. We gotta
seconds.
share this shit. Okay. Got it.
Sharing it.
Sharon!
I'll watch it. I'll have it put up so we got views.
Sharon! I'm Sharon!
Sharon! Oh, Sharon.
The Prince of Darkness.
I wrote a new song.
30 seconds, Chris.
Swans about a butterfly. 30 seconds. Thank you, Al. All right, is everybody good? Is everybody ready? Is everybody feeling motivated?
Yeah!
Natalie,
Yes,
you
yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yes, I'm ready.
I got it.
We're just balls of
Sweating.
anxiety.
That's it. We're gonna let
Everyone's
that
just
anxiety-
saving
I
up
don't
their
have any
F-bombs. And
It's gonna transfer all of that anxiety
Five,
into game-winning
four,
trivia.
I know.
3, 2, 1.
Do you know why? Do you guys want to know why? Oh, I'll
Why?
tell you why. Here's why. Because it's Tuesday night, you're vaxxed and ready to unmask, but you still feel weird ordering a Corona for Cinco de Mayo. This is quarantine!
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah! Laura's been on the show before.
I'm so excited to be here.
All right.
The only one. I'm sorry.
No, I'm so excited. I'm excited too.
I paid
We're
everyone
so
to be
excited.
the most excited person today.
Well, hello, and welcome everybody once again to Quarantine, the game show where our contestants can use the Force even if they're playing Han Solo. May the 4th be with you all, and welcome once again to another wonderful game that we have queued up here. Do not adjust your screens. Yes, there are a couple of people missing, but that's on purpose because tonight we are featuring another wonderful set of Dueling Duos who are here for your amusement, and we are going to introduce them right now. Coming up first, we have the lovely dynamic duo that is the sketch comedy team of Meggie and Laura. But tonight, they aren't just Meggie and Laura, they're also repping their podcast. They are Yeah, We Read It. And please welcome to the show, Meggie and Laura. Give a big wave for everybody back home. How are you two doing this evening?
Oh, we are living the dream tonight, Chris. Thank you for asking.
It's my pleasure to have you both on. And Laura, you are no stranger to the game of quarantine, but Meggie, this is your first shot on the show. How are you feeling? Good? Feeling pumped and ready to go?
I'm great. I was telling everyone behind the scenes earlier, I've been hangover vomiting all day, so we're coming in with some energy. We might fly and other things. I'm kidding.
Use it! That's all I can say. Use it. All right, and their opponents tonight, not to be outdone, we also have a phenomenal duo who are here. It is the wonderfully talented Slackerjazz, and tonight playing on Slackerjazz, we have Bryce and we have Natalie. Give a big wave for the folks at home. Bryce, Natalie, and Slackerjazz, how are you this evening?
Feeling
Man.
pretty good. Second dose in, and luckily no fever anymore. So we're ready to go.
All right, nice. Well, let's see what you have prepared for our wonderful audience this evening. And we thank you again for being on the show. We look forward to seeing what you have in store. But, of course, we would be remiss if we wouldn't introduce the only person on the show who has no double, because there can only be one of him. It is my brother, our tech guru, Al Iannucci. Al, how are you this evening?
Fantastic. How are you, Chris? How you been?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. So, Al, this is going to be our last show. We're going to take a couple of weeks off and give ourselves a little summer break. Do you have any plans for our upcoming couple of weeks off?
I actually do not. I've traveled so much while we were doing the show that I'm going to just stay home while we're not. So.
Good. Well, that's good because I have a list of things that I need you to
I assumed,
take
yeah,
care of
yeah.
for the show. Because I think we're gonna try and spruce a few things up for when we come back after the break. But again,
When you need to
thank
print
so much
that, when you need to print that list, let me know. I'll help you do that.
Yeah, I'll have you talk me through it for tech support. Again, thank you
Perfect.
for everything that you do for making the show run so smoothly, and we will check back in with you later on.
Good luck, teams.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Well, for those of you who are watching who have never seen the show before, first of all, thank you so much for being here. We know that you're going to have a fantastic time, but some of you might be asking yourselves, well, Chris, how does this show work? Calm down, I'll explain it for you. In front of me, I have a series of wonderfully handcrafted trivia questions that we here at Quarantine have prepared for our two teams. Now, we are going to tell these teams what these questions are in the hopes that they may give us the right answer. If they can answer in the time allotted, they will get the points. If they get the question wrong, or if they run out of time, it means that the opposing team will have a chance to steal for half the amount of points. Now, along the way, we have a couple of extra bonus games and a few little quizzes that we have set up to try and see if we can shake them off their game. But most importantly, throughout the show tonight, we will be asking you, yes, you, our wonderful audience at home, to get your fingers moving into the chat bar, wherever you're watching from, and help us out with either some suggestions or some votes on which teams you thought did the best job. Starting right now with our first audience suggestion. Here's what we need from you at home. We are looking for the suggestion of an odd sentiment, something odd that you wouldn't expect to see on a greeting card. So usually it's a get well soon, or it's to wish somebody a happy anniversary. But we're looking for something odd that you wouldn't expect to give a card for. So get those fingers moving. Give us your best suggestions, plural. Throw as many as you like at us. We have our wonderful team standing by. They're going to pick up the best suggestions we can get from you, and we're going to use those later on in the game. But let's move on to our first category for the evening. Now, this Sunday is Mother's Day, and whether you're stuck at home or whether you're near or far, Mother's Day is a very important day to celebrate. And don't worry, Mom, the card is in the mail. So when we think about Mother's Day, we think about all of the wonderful things that moms do for us, like making us a homemade meal or working extra hard to make sure that they can take care of us, whether it's school or whether it's financially or whatever the burdens may be. But in some cases, there are moms who work so hard that they can help get their kids a burgeoning Hollywood career. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about famous Hollywood moms. So we're going to ask our contestants some questions about some celebrity moms who have some equally famous children in our first category called Movie Moms.
Okay.
So these are all questions about celebrities and their already famous parents. So
Okay.
make
They're
a little bit
already
more sense to you now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the moms
All
were
right.
famous before the kids.
Exactly.
Like it wasn't like Britney Spears' mom because she wasn't famous, right? It's just fit.
No.
I get it.
You're going to pick this one up real quick. Don't worry about that. All right. Well, we flipped a coin before we got started tonight. And we read it. You're going to be getting the first question in the category. This is round one, where all questions are worth 100 points. Stealing will get you 50. Both teams, y'all ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. First question for y'all. We read it for 100 points. Actor Jason Schwartzman has had a tremendous cinematic career, most notably as a repeat performer in the films of Wes Anderson. But most don't realize that his mother, Talia Shire, has also been in her share of sequels as Connie in the Godfather films, and also appearing as Adrian no less than 5 times in this iconic franchise. What is the movie series?
It's the Rocky series.
Right out of the gate?
I was gonna say Cheetah Girls, so I'm gonna.
Sorry, Meg, trust me on this one.
Wish it was Cheetah Girl.
I think it is Cheetah Girl.
By lawn, right? Doesn't matter. Laura's right.
Going with final answer?
Yes.
Sorry, the answer was Cheetah Girls.
Hey!
Yeah, we read it. That is correct. That is 100 points
Good job.
for your team. And on the board with the first question. Congratulations. All right, let's go over to Slackerjazz. This question is for you, also for 100. Jamie Lee Curtis is considered to be the most famous scream queen by many, thanks to her genre-defining role in the film Halloween. But she may have been emulating her mother, Janet Leigh, who, among numerous film credits, is best known for her starring role in this 1960 thriller, often called the first slasher flick. What is the name of the movie that she appeared in?
First slasher.
Psycho.
Psycho, yeah, I was gonna say that one with the short blonde hair. That's the one I was. Okay, we'll say Psycho.
Psycho.
Psycho. Yeah.
Psycho.
Psycho.
Final answer.
Yeah.
No matter how you pronounce it, that is the correct answer.
Oh, that's the
We
only
were
one
expecting to
gonna
get
right
all
the
of these wrong.
whole
Yeah.
night.
So
We're on a roll.
You say that.
Start it out.
Have a
Start it
little
out.
faith.
Oh
Great.
man, I'm nervous.
You have a 100% correct average right now,
Fuck.
both teams. So let's
Damn.
You can
move on
only
to the
go
next
down.
question.
I got a good
All
luck
right.
charm. My cat came, so
Oh, there you go. All right.
I'm
well,
a mom
give
now.
her
Okay.
give her a pet for good luck, and then let's go over to Yeah, We Read It. This is your next question for 100 points. Almost Famous star Kate Hudson is the daughter of a very famous Hollywood actor, loved for her work in the classic films Overboard and First Wives Club. She recently co-starred opposite her husband Kurt Russell as Mr. and Mrs. Claus in the Christmastime Chronicles. Who is the actor?
Goldie Hawn.
Thank God. Okay.
I couldn't think of it.
Thank
I'm
God.
good, you're right.
Maggie, I got you. I got this one. You'll get the next one. Let's go.
Gotta be
All right, we're final answer.
Yes.
Meggie sure is glad that you showed up today, Laura. Yes, Goldie Hawn is correct for 100 points. Great job. All right,
Nice.
back over to Slackerjazz. This one is yours for 100. Liza Minnelli is known and loved as an icon of stage and screen with a career that spans decades. But many don't realize that she is the daughter of another legendary performer famed for her musical talent in such films as Meet Me in St. Louis and A Star is Born. Who is her famous mother?
Sarah.
McLaughlin. I have
That's
no
our
idea.
final answer.
Way to ad-lib it.
You got 60 seconds if you want to talk it out.
All right, let's talk
I'll
it
take
out.
your best guess.
We could never talk.
We could never.
We could look it up, but that is cheating.
Oh,
So-
is that against
That
the rules?
is
no, that is
cheating.
against our rules.
That
So
would make you a cheater,
I
girl.
absolutely do not know.
I do not know either.
Sarah.
Absolutely.
Came to me, so I'm saying I'm going with it. I'm going with Sarah. Sarah.
And I believe it was
McLaughlin.
Sarah
Yeah.
McLaughlin was
We're
the
gonna
final
say
answer.
it.
Mhm.
Final
All right.
answer.
Well, believe it or not, Sarah McLaughlin is not the final answer, which
Mm.
means, yeah, we read it.
Upset.
You can get 50 points if you can name Liza Minnelli's famous mother.
Maggie, I'm gonna tell you. I know this one too.
Why? How would you know that?
How?
Okay. All right, go for it.
It's Judy Garland is Liza Minnelli's mom.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
we
knew
knew
that.
that. We just wanted to give it to you.
I think
You
Maggie
guys are
needs a
so
moment.
nice. Thank you.
Maggie needs a moment to process what's happening right now.
And I was like, Lady Gaga. I know it's not right.
I listened to a podcast episode all about Judy Garland's life. It was so good.
This is
Well, she's very talented.
That's
actress
cheating.
with a
Talented. That
very
is
troubled
Maybe
history,
it's-
but I will assume that that's your final answer then. So
Yes.
yes, for the steal and 50 points, y'all, we read it. That is completely correct. Judy Garland is the famous mom.
We're gonna.
All right. This
Guys
one
are.
stays. Oh, there's still so much game to go. You
There's
have
so
no
much
idea.
game.
All right. Yeah, we read it. This one stays with you for 100 points.
Okay.
Television and film star Rashida Jones may get her last name from her musician father, Quincy Jones. But her mother, Peggy Lipton, was also a 60s icon who became a TV mainstay after her starring role as juvenile delinquent turned undercover cop Julie Barnes in this classic police drama. What classic 60s show did Rashida Jones's mom star on?
Meg, I don't know.
I was gonna say cops.
I was gonna say Chips. I just know that's an old like cop show. Chips, but I don't think that's it. But like I think that's a guess.
I don't
That
know.
is a guess. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is for both teams. For both teams, I can also repeat any part of the question if you need me to repeat
Meg,
it.
do you want to hear it again?
I don't know any old cop show besides the show Cops.
That's not old enough, babe.
Okay, we'll go with let's just go with Chips. I don't know.
Okay, let's go with Chips.
Nice.
Final answer, Chips.
Sure.
It's an old cop show, but it's not old enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Chips is not the
I
correct answer,
figured.
which means Slackerjazz, you get 50
All right,
points if you can name
right.
the show that Rashida Jones' mother, Peggy Lipton, starred on.
It
I was
an old
gonna-
cop show.
Rashida explains it all. An
Was
old
Taxi
cop show.
Driver cops?
I don't know.
No.
Taxi Driver? Isn't that with little Danny DeVito?
Yeah. I don't know
Is
if
that
that's
not-
cops.
With
West
Andy
Wing.
Kaufman?
West Wing. That's not old enough.
All right, a couple of seconds, and I do need an answer from
Or
you.
it's Taxi Driver. We're saying Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver.
Andy Kaufman, Danny DeVito, classic.
Right, Taxi Driver, the gritty movie starring Robert De Niro as a vigilante
Wait.
taxi driver, not to be confused with Taxi, the show
Taxi.
starring Danny
Okay.
DeVito and Andy Kaufman, is also not the show The Mod Squad.
Dang it.
Mod Squad being
Mod
the
Squad.
answer that we were looking for.
That would have been
That
the
one.
if there was a
Close.
13, they would have guessed it right. They would have
Yeah.
It's
they would
true,
have
we
been
would've-
Mod Squad.
It's the
After
the
we narrowed it
transitive-
down.
Process of
We
elimination.
did. We helped
Yeah.
It's the transitive
Taxi
property of
driver.
wrong answers. Eventually,
Yeah.
you get to the right one.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that is the end of the category. And looking at the scores right now, Al, please back me up on this one. We have Slackerjazz with 100 points,
Correct.
and then in a slight lead right now, we have Yaoi Reddit with 250.
You got it.
That's slightly.
So excellent job on those. I say slight because we're going to give both teams an opportunity to score a little extra scratch in our next bonus game. Now we asked our audience at home to give us some suggestions of some unusual things that you might see on a greeting card, some different things that you might be wishing somebody with a card that might be a little bit out of the norm. So we're going to present our teams with these suggestions. Now, as we all know, as I said before, Mother's Day is coming up, and if you happen to forget that this Sunday is a important holiday, then maybe you forgot to go out and get somebody a gift. And I mean, who could forget? Wouldn't that be just so embarrassing? Well, there's a lot of different gifts that say a lot of different things. We're going to give our contestants an opportunity to find their best possible last-minute gift in a scavenger hunt that we are calling Because I Care. Now, here's how this game works. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. But first, we're going to give each of our contestants their own particular greeting, a sentiment that we got a suggestion of from our audience. And you are going to have 60 seconds to rummage your near vicinity as far as you can go in 60 seconds until you find a gift, a re-gift for that matter, that has the best meaning behind it to say what your sentiment is. So we are going to give you your greeting card statements, and then you're going to try and find your best re-gift to give to somebody. Now, the gifts don't have to make sense, but your explanations do. So keep that in mind as you're getting your gifts. So let's start handing out some sentiments. Let's start with Slackerjazz. And Natalie, Al, can we get a bizarre greeting card statement for Natalie?
Happy divorce.
I love it.
So you need to
They're
find
already divorced. Perfect.
a happy divorce gift. Let's go over to Yaoi Reddit and Laura. Oh, no, don't start yet, Natalie. Natalie, don't start yet.
Natalie, come back.
Well, okay.
Well,
Sorry, I thought I was going. I thought I went to look. I'm sorry.
no,
I
we're
didn't-
gonna
I didn't
we're gonna
look.
give you
I'm
all the
sorry.
thing that you have to look for, and then you're all
I'm
gonna
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's go. No, you're fine. You're doing, Natalie, you're doing great. All right, Laura, let's see what Laura's is.
It's going to be I always hated our father.
I always hated our father. For Laura, let's go over to Bryce. What does Bryce have?
I look forward to competing for your affections.
All right, awesome. And
Okay.
then finally, Meggie.
Have a shitty gritty Christmas.
Have a shitty goody Christmas. So everybody understand the game. You're going to try and find a gift in your own apartment that has the best statement, makes the best statement for your own particular greeting. So we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. And ready, set, go. Now you can go, Natalie. Now you can go.
Run, fly, fly.
Fly, fly, Natalie. Yeah, I don't know, Al. This is usual. Bryce. He's. Oh, I thought he was just gonna literally just grab whatever was in front of him.
He already
awesome.
had it under the desk. He was ready for this.
He keeps a stash of gifts ready to go just in case. We got Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, and we have this long-standing tradition where Al and I battle to compete for our mother's love. So Al, I hope you're ready because
Is this going to be the first year? Is this going to be the first year you win?
I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping because
Well, I've had a
is
good
it-
run. So
Is it bad if the gift is this episode, or do I have to run and grab something right now?
Chris,
well?
as long as you wrap it, I think she'll love it.
I know she will, and I love you, Mom, and I do actually have something in the mail for you. So I know you're watching right now, but
10
that's
seconds,
not
Chris.
that's not what this show is about. This is about the gifts that our contestants have
man.
found, and we're still
5,
waiting for Meggie.
Oh, there's
4,
Maggie.
4,
3,
What was
3,
mine again?
and
2.
they're back. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, Bryce, because we're all back and time is out. All right, so let's roll through these one at a time real quick. I'm going to restate what your gift is about, and then you're going to give us a real quick explanation for what your gift is and why it fits. So let's start the way we started before. So with Natalie, and Al, remind us what your gift was
Happy-
supposed to be for.
Happy divorce.
Happy divorce.
Yes, and it's kind of large. I can't hold it up, so I have to like kind of turn my camera for you to see it. But it's a used wheelchair.
Okay.
That I got at Goodwill when I was 19. Anyway, you know, when you're going through it, any kind of bad time, it's easier to just be sitting when you don't want to get up and make your food. It's much easier to wheel to your food, wheel to the fridge. It's also kind of could be a fun time if maybe cheer you up. So that's it. That's happy divorce, Mom.
Style, comfort, and function, everything you want in a divorce gift. All right, well, thank you, Natalie. Let's go over to Laura. And Laura, just remind everybody what your gift was supposed to be for.
The sentiment is, I always hated your
lost my
father.
Hearing.
The sentiment is, I always hated your father. And I took it in the direction we're all thinking, founding fathers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my powdered wig, dress up as a founding father, and Mom's going to get to throw a hammer at me to let her rage out, and I'm going to dodge it as best as I possibly can.
Oh, man. You know, technically that's 2 gifts, but I'll count it if it comes together, the wig and the hammer. All right. Yep. Awesome job, Laura. Let's go over to Bryce. Bryce, what do you have for us?
I forgot what my thing was. Could you repeat what it is? I know mine.
Absolutely.
Mine fits,
Yep. It's I'm looking forward to competing for your affections.
I'm
looking forward to competing for your affections.
Okay, so mine is a vibrator because how could I compete? That's all I got.
Well, that's literally and figuratively setting the bar. But great job, Bryce. All right, and last but not least, let's go to Meggie. Meggie, what do you have for us?
I think mine was have a nitty-gritty Christmas, correct?
Hold on. It was have a shitty, gritty Christmas.
Okay, that's perfect. And I kind of wanted to challenge myself on this one because I'm afraid of birds. So I dismounted the pheasant.
Holy shit.
It is an albino pheasant. I just kind of wanted to see if I could touch it.
Is he bleeding? It looks like it's covered in blood.
This is I.
Oh.
Is that where it got shot?
My dad did shoot him and get him.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Merry Christmas, and here's a dead bird.
Gift.
You know, we do the scavenger hunt every so often on the show, and people have come back with some pretty wild things. But Meggie, I think you might have just won. But it's not up to me to decide who wins this game. It's up to you, our wonderful audience at home. So here's how this works. Once again, you're gonna get in the chat, and you are going to type the number 1 and only the number 1 if you think that Yahweh Reddit did a better job with their 2 gifts. Remember, you can vote for the individual or the person, or the team. It doesn't matter, but if you think Yahweh Reddit deserves the extra points, put the number 1 into the chat bar. If you want to vote for Slackerjazz, you're going to put the number 2 in the chat bar, and you're going to click send. Now, whichever team gets the most votes, well, they're going to win an extra 200 points. Man, so this does make a difference coming out of round 1. So just to remind you, it's number 1 for Yahweh Reddit and number 2 for Slackerjazz. And we're going to let our fancy robot count up all of those votes, and we're going to come back with a score total. But first, we're going to take a break and a word from one of our wonderful sponsors. Please enjoy.
I've struggled with depression a lot of my life. And since the pandemic started, it's getting worse.
The medication wasn't working anymore. I was in a really dark place.
Troubled by lingering depression? Maybe you're the only member of your family who can't make money or hold down a career. Hi, I'm Tommy Spears, former candidate for Quarantine the Game Show host, and current mentally ill person. You know, for years now, doctors have tried to treat depression with things like drugs and therapy and air quotes. But here at the Tommy Spears Institute, we try a more holistic method to treating your mental illness. Namely, taking pictures of things that make you smile and then posting those pictures to the internet.
I thought it would take years of therapy to work on mental health. Turns out, all I needed to do was post a picture of my cat falling asleep on my keyboard. I feel great.
Now that my friends have seen me standing in front of a wall with wings painted on it, I feel like my life has purpose again.
And the process couldn't be easier. Simply take a picture of something mildly amusing from your life, say, a baby meeting a puppy for the very first time, or a meal you ate with someone you don't like. Post it to Instagram and let the likes rolling in. This simple act takes something you like and turns it into something you need everyone else to like in order for you to feel valuable. And now let's take a look in on a post I made last week of a new bow tie I had just learned to tie. 4 likes, all right. Now let's take a look in on my sister's picture of her engagement ring that's 120,000 likes. The Tommy Spears Institute, where your likes
Save our lives.
All right, and welcome back. Let's check in with our fancy robot. Al, do you have the tally for the last vote for us?
Actually, believe it or not, we are still tied. I'm waiting for the next vote to come in to give the points. So.
All right, well, let's check in with our scores while we wait for that. Get that vote in, folks. If I'm correct, it looks like our score is 250 to 100. Is that right, Al?
That is correct. Thank you, Chris.
So, yeah, we read it is in the lead. Well, while we wait for the audience to vote for our next scores, let's move on to our next game. Identity theft. What's the deal, y'all? Nowadays, with the internet, identity theft, catfishing, and impersonating someone is easier than ever. Just Google some photos and make a new profile, and congrats, you're Lance Vats on a Netflix show. For the next game we're playing, we will show each of you a photo of a celebrity, and you'll tell me who it is from 2 names that I give you for a game we're calling Twinsies.
Oh my God.
Very exciting. Do we need to wait for Bryce? Is Bryce okay? All right. Well, we'll go ahead and start off this
actually,
round
if you want to give
with-
him a second, we just got the vote, and the points are going to go to Yeah, We Read It. So 200 points.
All right. Yeah, we read it. Congrats.
Woo!
You get 200 extra points from our audience.
Yeah.
That's what you get for stacking the audience, folks. Okay. All right, Laura, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Okay.
Al, if you want to show us our picture, I need you to tell me, is this Natalie Portman or is this Keira Knightley?
Can I confer with my partner?
No.
Okay.
Just you.
That I'm almost positive that's Natalie Portman.
All right, that's your final answer?
Yes.
Yes. Congrats. Yes, it is Natalie Portman. Al, that
thank
is,
God.
Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley is on the left there. It's, yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure either.
I can't hear anything. I lost sound.
Oh no. All right.
And he was trying to fix it. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
can't
no.
hear with my headphones. I can't hear.
If you got to jump to one
anything.
screen
I got
real quick,
nothing.
that's fine.
No.
If you guys want to jump to one screen, you can do that.
Okay, Jesus. I don't know.
Here we go. We're mobile.
Oh, this is fun. We get to see their apartment.
Also, these are 200 points each, correct?
100 points.
All right. So that's, there we go. 100 points for Yeah, We Read It.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to MTV Cribs us.
Meg, I can't hear you.
Me?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I just heard you. It sounded like you were saying something, but I couldn't hear you.
I was just mumbling. I was trying to.
All right.
Okay, all right. Well,
Sorry.
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now. I'm
Okay,
connected to the
great.
computer.
Well, we will go ahead and move on to Bryce. Did you listen to the rules, or do both of you need to hear them again?
Yes, sorry.
No worries. I am showing you a picture of a celebrity, and you have to tell me who it is. I will give you 2 names. Easy enough?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Natalie, we'll go ahead and show you the picture.
Okay.
Check I'll screen for you. Is that Sigourney Weaver? Is that Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon.
All right. Well, I won't even pause. Yep, that is correct. That is Susan Sarandon. That is them side by side. Yeah. Good job. All right. Well, we can move on to Meggie. We have a picture.
Go Meg.
Is this Katy Perry or is this Zooey Deschanel?
Perry.
Yeah. All right. Good job. All right. I was hoping these would be harder. Okay. Up next, Bryce, we have a photo. Is this Jeff Bridges or is this Kurt Russell? Oh no, now we can't hear him.
It's Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges.
Yep. All right. Yep. I was hoping this would be a harder round, but we're getting it in.
They
folks.
do look similar though.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Back to Laura. We have Will
God.
Ferrell and Chad Smith.
I'm sorry, what were the 2 names?
Will Ferrell and Chad Smith.
Oh, fuck, they do look alike.
Yeah.
Shadow Laura, I believe in you.
I think that's Chad Smith. I think
That's
it is.
the answer? Yep, it is. Yep. That's it. That's them. They did a bit.
I remembered that sketch. I was so nervous.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have Natalie. We have for you a picture. Is it Lucy Hale or is it Selena Gomez?
That is Lucy Hale.
It sure is. Wow, y'all are killing it. Okay. And back to Meggie. Is this Hilary Duff or is this Victoria Petretti?
That's Hilary Duff.
Sure isn't. This one is Victoria Petretti.
Wow.
That looked like Hilary Duff.
They do,
yeah,
see, they
no.
do look alike.
They do look alike.
Wow.
Okay. Twinsies even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our very last one goes to Bryce. Jessica Chastain or Bryce Dallas Howard?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yep, that's your namesake. Jurassic World, here she is.
Good job.
I wouldn't have gotten that
Nice.
Yep. Well,
That's
we thought
hard.
that was a harder round. Everyone got every single one right except for
Except
Meggie. I'm very sorry.
Make her feel bad.
All right. Well, that was it for Twinsies. And we got that vote in. So I just needed to get another gift from the audience. So audience, whilst we go to our next commercial break, we need a suggestion from you for a bizarre name for a superhero. Isn't that exciting? Whatever you want it to be, a bizarre name for a superhero. But now we'll hear a sketch from our own Meggie and Laura.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bloodbath, the show where we are coming to you live from our bath filled with blood.
Today on Bloodbath, we will be discussing Disney Channel original movies and whether you should watch them with a simple yes or no.
Phantom of the Megaplex.
Yes. Halloween Town.
Motocross.
Yes. Double Teamed.
No.
The 13th Year. No.
Twitches.
Yes. Twitches too.
No. Well, I think that wraps up our time here on Bloodbath, everybody. And as always, we'll see you from our bath filled with blood the next time we fill our bath with blood.
Yum.
And we're back. And thank you, Meggie and Laura, for submitting the sketch. We were really, really excited. We were saying it before the show. This is the first time we've ever actually had a sketch team on the show and then also been able to show a sketch while they're on the show.
Yeah.
So we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job, both teams. I know I pitched you some very serious lookalikes, and you managed to cut through all of the goof 'em ups and get some points. Except for you, Meggie. But don't worry, those were really hard. So, and again, just a reminder, everybody, we need some fake superhero names in the chat. Let's get a few of those going. But before we do, we're going to move on to our next game. Now, it was announced in the news last week. The CDC has actually said that it's okay that if you have been fully vaccinated and waited the full 2 weeks, you can go out in public and not have to wear a mask. Isn't that exciting? Well, while that feels like a serious turn towards normalcy, it's always important that there are people that we need to think of when it comes to mask wearing, even in this post-vaccinated population, because there are some people who can't take their masks off even when they've had their shots. And of course, I'm talking about superheroes, the people who go around and cannot show their true identity, lest some tragedy befall the people that they care about most. Well, unfortunately, there are a lot of superheroes who go about wearing masks and they don't even get the recognition that a superhero deserves. And so we are going to test our contestants to see how well they know their obscure superheroes in our next category called Hero or Zero.
I'm gonna be so bad at this.
Yeah.
Now,
At least we know we're all.
Hell yeah, equal playing field.
Don't sell yourself short, okay? Because let me explain how this one works. Much like the last round that I did for you, these are going to be individual questions. No help from your teammates. You're each going to get asked. There is in front of me a list of 8 superhero or supervillain names. Now, here's the thing. Some of these are real, and some of these are ones that I made up. So I'm going to give you a name, and it's going to be up to you to tell me whether or not this hero or villain does or doesn't, or did or didn't exist in an actual comic series.
Let's go.
So each one of these is worth 100 points. Getting a question right gets your team 100. Getting it wrong gets your team zilch. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to start this one off with, let's start with Meggie. This one is going to be for you. We're going to start with this. So I'm going to give you the name. You tell me if this is a real or fake superhero. Your name is Ultra the Multi-Alien. Real or fake?
Fake?
Meggie, Ultra the Multi-Alien is a real character. He premiered DC Comics 1965.
So cool.
He's an astronaut from America who was mutated into 4 different aliens at once. Can't imagine why we didn't pay more attention to that.
Damn, where's his
so no
movie?
points on that one. But Meggie, don't worry. There's going to be another one coming down the pike for you. Let's go over to Bryce. Bryce, this one is going to be for you. Tell me if this is real or fake. Your character's name is Matter Eater Lad. Matter Eater Lad. Real or fake? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Bryce.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Sorry. I am going to go with fake.
Bryce, unfortunately, he hails from the planet Bismol. He premiered DC Comics 1962, and his
You're making this up.
superpower,
You drew this.
his
You drew this.
superpower is that he can literally eat anything, and what a power indeed. All right, let's go
So
over to
funny.
Laura. Laura, you're gonna
Natalie.
tell me if this is real or fake. Laura, your character's name is Captain Emotion. Real or fake?
This one's hard. I'm gonna say fake.
Laura, it is absolutely fake for 100 points. I did make that one up. All right. I try not to make them easy. All right,
they're
let's
not.
go. Bottom of this first round. Let's go to Natalie. Natalie, this one is for you.
Okay.
Please tell me if this is real or fake. Your character's name is Ice Cream. That's 2 words. I Scream.
Like
Real or fake?
EYE scream.
Scream.
Okay.
Real or fake?
Real.
Natalie, he is real. He appeared in X-Men comics.
Oh
He's
my
a
God.
Marvel X-Men whose mutant power is that he can turn into any flavor of ice cream that he wants.
That comes in handy.
I love it.
Could be. I just be careful what time
Having
of year you
solved
choose
crime.
that power. It's
Like
it's
that.
mostly just sliding under doors, is my understanding.
What
all right.
vanilla can
Goopy
slide
man.
better than chocolate? What does it matter what flavor?
If you needed to push ice cream under a door, would you go with vanilla or Rocky Road? We'll just leave it at that. All right, let's start over at the top of the order.
You got
Meggie,
me
this one
there.
is this one is for you. Your superhero's
Meg.
name is Kid Emu. Real or fake?
Okay, first of all, that's an incredible name. Secondly, I am going to say that he's fake.
Meggie, it is an incredible name, and thank you so much for that compliment because I created it. It is fake for 100 points. Great job.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go over to Bryce. Bryce, this one is for you. Your character's name is Whizzer.
Whizzer, like Wizzer.
Whizzer.
Okay.
Whizzer.
Whizzer. The H makes all the difference. I'm going to
Really
say that that's real. That's a real person.
Bryce, a mild-mannered army soldier who was injected with mongoose blood, so he's super, super fast. His name is Whizzer, and that is real for 100
Nice.
points.
I was thinking like a
Man.
guy that pees.
I mean, he's
They
yellow.
needed-
And do, like,
They
peas on
needed
crime.
mongoose blood. They could have done a little bit more work on the costume development on that guy. But all right, let's go over to Laura. Laura, this one is yours. Your character's name is Arm Fall Off Boy.
Better be real, god dang it.
Damn, I do want him to be real. And you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he is.
Well, Laura, if you ever need somebody who can detach their limbs and swing them like a club, you need Arm Fall Off Boy, who is a
That's a
DC
boy?
character. He was, well, at this point, he's arm fall off man.
He's a man
Yeah.
boy.
All right.
With the,
Damn.
Say that
Put
boy
him in
was
the
taking
Marvel
some
universe.
steroids.
he's premiered in the Suicide Squad, DC Suicide Squad, and I actually think he might be in the new movie that's coming
That's
out.
hilarious.
Damn,
Look for
I'm
that.
excited.
Yeah.
All right, that is 100 points for We Read It. And last one, we're going to go over to Natalie. Please tell me if this is real or fake. Your character's name, Bone Man. Real or fake?
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, I'm gonna say fake. Fake.
Natalie, would that it could be, and it is. It is fake for 100 points. So that's another 100 points for Slackerjazz. And Al, I know you've been busy clicking, but if you could back me up here, we're going to take a quick look at the score. And I have Slackerjazz with 700 points.
I had 800.
800 sounds more correct to me. I got a little distracted because I was too busy gawking at these superheroes.
That other round went by very quickly.
It did, yes. And then we have We Read It with 1,050 points.
Correct, yep.
All right, that is correct. I got that one. All right. We're 50 and 50. Well, so it's still a tight game, and it's going to get even tighter right now because as we asked our audience before, we were looking for some names for some made-up superheroes. And if you thought some of these were a little quirky and you were interested by their background stories and powers, well, now you're going to have an opportunity to make up your own because we're about to play a game called Power Struggle. Here's how this works. Each team is going to be given the name based off our audience suggestions of a fake superhero, but he's only going to be fake for a brief amount of time because you're going to bring him to life. What we need from each of our teams once we give you your superhero is a quick improvised origin story as to how this superhero came to be, as well as any and all powers that this superhero may have. Could be a supervillain too. I'll leave that up to you. But let's start this one off with Slackerjazz. We're going to give you the first audience suggestion. And Al, could we please have that suggestion?
That suggestion is going to be Diaper Baby.
Diaper Baby, please tell us the origin and powers
We go now?
of Diaper Baby.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to go right now. Yep.
All right, Diaper Baby. Hold on, Diaper Baby was born into a household where he wasn't changed as often as he should be. So he had to make diapers out of blankets and shirts and
when he did that, there happened to be a radioactive dust mite in one of the blankets that bit him on the bottom, giving him a permanent diaper. Period. The end of that sentence. And then
he also gained the ability through that radioactive dust to give anyone in the world the most painful diaper rash
That's true.
ever. It was debilitating. That is his only power, and it's the only power he would ever need.
It actually, he starts off as a superhero, but he becomes a super villain at the end because like he has a really dark
Yeah.
He has a really dark rash, and he has a really dark past. It's a dark rash, dark past, and that's actually in his theme song.
Yes, the rash matches the
It's a dark past, and it's a dark rash. Diaper Baby, watch out. So.
Damn.
Nice. Awesome. Well, that's a beautiful story arc. Everybody loves to see the hero
all
stick
true.
around long enough to be the villain. And so thank you so much, Slackerjazz, for Diaper Baby. Look for it in a comic book shop near you. But not to be outdone, here we have We Read It. And Al, could we please tell We Read It what superhero they are being gifted with?
Introducing the Orange Deceiver.
The Orange Deceiver.
Okay, no matter what his origin story is, can one of his superpowers be that he squirts toothpaste out of his eyes?
Absolutely, because the Orange Deceiver was a dentist that absolutely got a bunch of plaques stuck inside his bloodstream, which turned him orange.
Yeah, and he squirts toothpaste out of his eyes.
Yeah, and he also he throws teeth at people, which is more of just like a scare tactic because that's just more frightening than anything. It's kind of like a jump scare thing.
Yeah, and they're all human teeth that he is creating.
And he has a really cool orange car called the Orange Mobile.
Orange mobile.
Yeah, and it can go really small, so it can go inside people's bodies.
Yeah, and he's really good at driving because he used to drive the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile.
Yeah, that was his job as a teenage boy before he became a dentist.
Yeah, when
He's also in love with the receptionist at the dentistry he works at.
I think that he should be on disability leave from the Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Yeah, and that's how he became a dentist.
My God, such a rich backstory. Is there anything that the Orange Deceiver can't do?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. He's the penultimate villain. All right. Well, thank you so much, Y'all We Read It, for inviting us on the Orange Deceiver. And both teams, fantastic job. But once again, it is not up to me to decide who did the better job. It is up to you, our wonderful audience at home, to get in the chat and vote for which team you thought did better. Was it Y'all We Read It with the Orange Deceiver, or was it Slackerjazz with Diaper Baby? Well, you're going to do the same thing that we did last time. If you think Y'all We Read It did the best job, you're going to type the number 1 and only the number 1 into the chat bar, and you are going to click send. And if you think Slackerjazz did the better job, you're going to put the number 2 and only the number 2 into the chat bar, and you are going to click, wait for it, click send. And our bot is going to count up all of the votes, and when we get a total, the winning team is going to get another 200 points. And it's still a close enough game. That 200 will go a long way. Natalie, is that a question?
Yes. Do we know who won the present thing? Because my sound was out, so I was just wondering who won.
Yeah,
and that was Ya.
Okay.
Yes, Yeah, we
Not
read
you.
it, got those 200.
Nice.
So we've already tallied, but there's still a
I was
chance
just
to Slackerjazz. Let's see how they did. But while we tally up those votes, before we get to a total, we are going to move on to our last category. We're in round 3 right now. All of the questions that are going to be coming your way are going to be worth 300 points. Stealing gets you 150. Now, for our last category, we've already talked about vaccines in this game. It's been all over the news. Everybody's been going out and they've been getting their jabs. But one of the things that keeps coming up is everybody keeps talking about the physical side effects of getting the vaccine, whether it's just a sore arm or feeling run down. Now, obviously, these are all very minor compared to the benefits of getting the vaccine. And even still, there are a lot of people in this country right now who are hesitant to get the vaccine, despite the fact that it is the only thing that is going to help us get back to any sense of normalcy. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to show people that there are jabs that you can get that hurt more than the jab from your vaccine shot. I'm talking about the emotional scars that come from a really, really good personal jab. So we're going to quiz our contestants on some famous people who made some very famous insults in our last category of the evening called Sick Burn. Again, these are all questions that have to do with famous historical slams. So Slackerjazz, you were going to get the first question. Again, 300 points to get it correct. Stealing will get you 150. Your question. This well-spoken political ethicist is often quoted for their universal messages of peace and not their sharp tongue. But in one instance, when asked by a reporter what they thought of Western civilization, this freedom fighter quickly shot back, "I think it would be a good idea." Who is the historical figure?
Can you say it again?
The whole thing.
Absolutely. Yes. A well-spoken political ethicist, often quoted for universal messages of peace and not their sharp tongue. But in one instance, a reporter asked them what they thought of Western civilization, and the person shot back, "I think it would be a good idea." Who is the historical figure?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie. Feel the burn.
Feeling the burn? Final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bernie Sanders is not the person that we were going for, which means, y'all, we read it. You can get 150 points. Can you answer the question?
Laura, I know this one. You know
Yeah?
It's in history. It's Gandhi.
Oh, really? Okay, go for it. I trust you.
Gandhi.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct for 150 points. Mahatma Gandhi.
Nice, Meg.
All right. Great job, Meg. All right, let me add that up before I forget. Awesome. Back over to, this one stays with Y'all We Read It. This is for 300 points. Your question. Sometimes the best jabs are the one at your own expense. For instance, this famously fugly commander-in-chief who responded to being called two-faced by his opponent saying, "If I had another face, do you think I'd wear this one?" Who was the president?
Wait, what, Meg, did you say something?
Laura, do you have any idea?
I don't. Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. It's a commander-in-chief who responded to being called two-faced by a political opponent, responding, "If I had another face, do you think I'd wear this one?"
Okay, so it's a president. Well, who's like the ugliest president, Meg?
I think it might be Lincoln.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Is it Abraham Lincoln?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Meg, you do not look confident on that one.
I don't know. I feel like maybe.
Well, you said final answer, so I'm going to take it, and it is absolutely correct. It was Abe Lincoln.
Nice, Meg!
Oh,
Hell yeah!
What?
All right.
You guys are so good.
Back over to Slackerjazz. This is yours for 300.
Okay.
In 2004, President George W. Bush took a tumble while riding his mountain bike on his Crawford, Texas ranch. And while he only suffered minor scrapes from the spill, the real insult to injury came after reporters told this senator of the accident, to which he publicly replied, "Did the training wheels fall off?"
A senator when George W. Bush. Any idea? We know nothing.
It was that guy from the. It was that guy from the White Castle movies. Who helped on the Obama campaign. It was him.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The White Castle
Again,
movies.
I can repeat some. I can repeat the question if you need me to.
Sure.
It won't help, but yeah, go.
Would you like it one more time? All
Yeah.
right. After George Bush took a spill while riding his mountain bike on his ranch, reporters told this then senator of the accident, to which he publicly replied, "Did the training wheels fall off?"
Senator Al Gore. I don't know.
That's him.
Was he a senator?
No clue.
That's all we got. I'm sorry.
So you're going for your final answer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was not former Vice President Al Gore, so no, unfortunately, that is not correct, which means, yeah, we read it. Do you have a guess for 150 points?
Heck, I'm real bad with senator names.
I don't know.
Who might have been a senator in the early to late 2000s?
Couple seconds, and I do need an answer from you.
All I can think about is John Kerry.
Let's say it. It's John Kerry.
John Kerry.
Final answer?
We didn't like each other, so yeah.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Sure.
All right. Well, it was 2004, and he was his opponent on the campaign trail. It was John Kerry for
Holy shit,
150 points.
My gosh.
I'm embarrassed right now.
I'm not embarrassed. We knew this was gonna happen.
Great job, Maggie, though.
Oh, nice.
I got really into that election.
All right. This one is going to stay with Yahweh Reddit. This one is for 300 points. Muhammad Ali is as famous for his knockout one-liners as he is for his hits in the ring. So it's no shock that when this legendary sports anchor brought up Ali's age, the greatest sparred back, "You're always talking about Muhammad. You're not the same man you were 10 years ago. Well, I asked your wife, and she told me that you're not the same man you were 2 years ago." Who was the famous sportscaster that Muhammad Ali said that to?
I don't know sportscasters.
That one just died, and that's the only one that I could think.
Oh, I don't even know. I just know Will Ferrell did the impression of the one.
And you did a good job with that.
Was it? I don't know. It'd be Harry. I don't know, because I don't know if Harry Carey was a sportscaster. Maybe I'm just making that up.
I don't know this one.
Me either. Let's just guess Harry Carey. That's all we're gonna be able to guess.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Final answer is Harry Carey?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is not famed Chicago Cubs sportscaster Harry Carey.
Yep, you know.
Slackerjazz. I love that impression, though, but Slackerjazz is over to you now for 150 points. Can you name the sportscaster?
Was it Carrie Harry? That was a joke.
We have the best answer. I don't know sportscasters. Was it Eric?
I think it was James McSportsball the third.
Middle name Eric.
Middle name
Final
Eric.
answer?
Mm-hmm. James McSportsball the third. Middle name Eric.
It was actually his son, James Eric Sportsball the fourth, but he didn't like to go by his father's name. No,
So
it is legendary sportscaster Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
Oh, of
Maybe
course.
Wide
We
world of
all
sports.
know who that is.
Because we are such sports people on this show right
Yeah.
now. All right. Well, no points awarded on that one, but now you all have something to Wikipedia later. So let's stick with Slackerjazz. This is the last question of the category for 300 points. When this baseball legend demanded a then staggering $85,000 for a 3-year contract, a reporter pointed out that he was asking for more money than the salary of then President Herbert Hoover. When asked why he thought he deserved more than the president, the slugger just shrugged and said, "I had a better year than he did." Who is the ball player?
Is it
Maggie knows
Babe-
it. She knows
is
it. I can
Babe-
tell.
Is it Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth. Babe R.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm. He did
played
baseball. He played baseball.
Final answer, Babe Ruth. Final answer, Babe Ruth is correct.
Oh, we got one.
Points. All right.
I'm
Last
still
second. Throwing you on the board, and we are looking at the scores right now.
Also,
and Al,
quick
please
grill,
back me up.
Chris,
Yes.
before you give the
We're
score.
going to check in with the point total, right?
Yes, yep. And Slackerjazz took the points for the bonus on that one. So another
So
200
that is an
points.
extra 200
Absolutely.
points for Slackerjazz. I was going to build to that. I
Undeserved.
figured I would get a little dramatic tension, read
Sorry.
the scores, then check in with the points, but
Okay.
I guess that's okay. Al. All right. So love you. So that gives our total point values right now coming at the end of round 3. Slackerjazz with 300 points. And slightly, and I say slightly
you say
because there's
300
still
He
with
did.
1300 1300 points. And in the lead right now, we have Yahweh Reddit with 1,650 points.
Correct.
Nice
So
job, guys.
still
Very
a
good.
close game.
Close.
But it is not over
Not.
because there is still one more thing left to do, and it's called the final round.
I hate the final round. It's so scary.
Why? What is it?
But
It's
the best
scary.
part. Well, Natalie, let me explain how this works. So, Slackerjazz, you are down by 350 points, down but not out. In front of me, I have a trio of questions that are somehow linked to earlier questions that we did in the game. They are very difficult questions. Each one of them has a different point value associated with it. 500 for the easiest, 750 for the medium, and 1,000 points for the hardest question in the game. Now, you get to choose which one of these questions you would like to answer. If you get the question right, you get the allotted points, which means that Yahweh Reddit will then have to answer one of the other 2 questions to take back the lead. So, you have a choice to make. Do you want to go for the 500, the 750, or the 1,000 point question? Keep in mind, if you take the 500 point question, they only have to answer the medium question. If you take the medium question, you force them to answer the hard question.
Okay. So
Um,
hold
I
on.
think-
There's an easy question, there's a medium question, and there's a hard one. We get to pick which one we want to answer, and then they pick
If you
a different
answer it
question.
correct, if you answer it correctly, you get the points, which means you take the lead.
Okay.
Then they have to answer the other question to steal the lead back.
Okay.
Okay, what
And
do
then
you,
is there
I
another
think-
round after that, or is it
Nope.
this?
If
this,
they
this? Okay.
if Yahweh Reddit happens to get the second, let's start with step 1.
Okay.
Would you like to answer the 500 or
Yeah,
the
walk me through
750?
this. Walk me through this.
Yes.
What do you think? I think easy because
I
we're
think
really
easy.
bad at this.
I think easy because then they would be left with harder questions, and we're not gonna get the hard
Yeah,
ones.
so we'll do easy.
There's
Give
no
us the
way.
easy, baby.
If the
All right.
questions previous were easy, we're boned.
You never know.
I
We
think
do know.
Yeah, we do.
Just saying.
We're
All right,
stupid.
Unless they just happen to be in my niche of knowledge.
Okay, give it to us.
That's what I'm saying. You
Give it
never
to
know.
us.
All right, well, let's give you the 500 point question. So, Slackerjazz, this is your question for 500 points,
Okay.
potentially the lead, potentially the game. Here we go. The practice of quarantine, as we know it, began during the 14th century during the bubonic plague, when this European city forced all ships visiting from infected ports to sit at anchor for 40 days before landing. Incidentally, this practice was also the origin for the word quarantine. What city do we get the practice and the name quarantine from?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Can you say the question again? What?
Absolutely.
Country.
Quarantine, as we know, I can't say what country because.
Oh, sorry, I
at the beginning of the answer.
Whatever you said.
We are looking for the name of the city. It is the city that forced all ships visiting from infected ports to sit at anchor for 40 days before landing. Incidentally, the practice was also the origin for the word quarantine.
I'm thinking like London.
No, I'm thinking something like Quarryville.
Quarryville? that would make sense. No.
No, I feel like it was like further in Europe, like not England. I feel like it was.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't know. You can say London.
You have a few more seconds. You can talk it out if you'd like.
You have anything better than London? What are some other cities?
Rome.
Just in general. Rome is a city?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a city.
I don't think it's Rome.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know.
Say London. We'll say London. We don't know.
Are you sure?
You got a few more seconds. Keep talking it out.
Quarantina.
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Quarantina, Italy.
Final answer?
Yep.
Quarantina, Italy, not to be confused with show favorites Quarantina and the Waves. You were in the right country, but you had the wrong city. It was Venice.
God.
Venice, Italy, where they would make them sit for 40 days, also known as 40 giorni. It's where we get quarantine from.
There it is.
I know.
There's the connection.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Slackerjazz, you didn't get the points, which means you didn't get the win, which means our big winner for the evening tonight is Yeah, We Read It. And we are going to get to Yeah, We Read It in just a quick second. But first, thank you so much, Slackerjazz, for coming on the show tonight. We really do appreciate
you. Thanks for having us.
It was
for having us.
Still a close
So
game.
close.
No,
oh my
it
God.
wasn't. What game were you watching?
We got all the pictures right. Everything else, we know nothing.
You're down by 350. Hey, well, either way, we just hope you had fun tonight. We really
did. Thank you for having us.
And actually, Slackerjazz, we're gonna get to it in a second, but Slackerjazz has a little surprise for you, our audience, as well, and we'll show you what that is in just a second. But before we wrap, is there anything you want to plug, promote, any social medias that you'd like our audience to know about?
Absolutely. You can follow us on Instagram at Slacker.jazz. Like us on Facebook. We're a band, is what we are. So we play music. It's just me and Natalie. I make the music. She sings on it. We have 2 music videos on YouTube. Just search Slackerjazz, all one word. You'll find them. And that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming on. And that moves us over to our big winners for the evening, Meggie and Laura. And Yeah, We Read It. And congratulations on the big win. So we don't like to let our winners go home empty-handed. And there is a prize for you somewhere.
Oh my God.
I just need to see what it is. If you'll excuse me, I think I might have put it over here. Hold on one second.
Oh, sorry, I found it. Actually,
God.
you guys get to go home with the DVD copy of Doppelganger, the 1993 film, with the very exciting.
Oh my God!
Congratulations!
This is so exciting. I have a DVD player.
Oh wow, that's so exciting!
This is great.
I have an Xbox, and you can, I think, play DVDs on that. Well, congrats, you guys, so much. Give us your address after this, or put it in the chat if you want everyone to know. But otherwise, sorry, I actually have to go get something else real quick.
Bye.
Bye. Is it medicine? Like,
is it medicine?
Where did she go? I don't know. She looked like she had a headache.
Seamless. All right.
Seamless.
So
job.
that is yours. Congratulations on the win. And before we say goodnight, so tell our audience at home a little bit about you two, Yeah, We Read It, where they can find you.
Yeah, first of all, follow us on Instagram at Meggie and Laura. That's where we put our entire comedy little universe that we have going on. And also you want to follow our podcast, Yeah, We Read It, on Apple Pods, Spotify. If you have a second and have an iPhone, please rate and review us. We're so close to like 90 ratings, and we just want it. We want it so badly.
Oh, it's a 5-star review.
I like how your benchmark is 90 and not 100.
Well, we got to 80, so we have to get to 90. It's just how numbers work, Chris.
Fair enough. All right, you heard it. Get out there and just give them some damn reviews. All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming on tonight. The prize is yours to keep. We will make sure that for both of you teams, you send us your links. We will put them on our page. So for everybody else at home, thank you again so much for joining us tonight. If this was your first time, again, thank you. We hope you had a great time. We are actually going to be taking a little bit of a break. As I said at the top of the show, we have been doing the show for about 4 straight months now, and I think we've earned ourselves a little bit of a rest. So we are going to sit back and wait for the vaccines to kick in, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be working on some new stuff. We've got plenty coming up down the line, and we are so excited to be able to share it with you all. But for now, be sure to check us out on our webpage, www.quarantinethegameshow.com, and stay tuned with updates on all of our social medias that you can find at Quarantine the Game Show. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, the usual. So please stay tuned. We will have some stuff coming down the pike very soon. And as I say every week, and before I say this, I would also like to say that Slackerjazz was gracious enough to also show up with some of their material, and we're going to roll one of your music videos. And Slackerjazz, tell us what the name of the song is for the audience at home.
Bullets and Butter Knives.
Bullets and Butter Knives, and we are going to end the show tonight with Bullets and Butter Knives, and a big thank you to both teams, and please enjoy. And Al, would you roll that music footage?
You got it, Chris. Here we go.
Stick your saber in my side, stimulate me, stab my guts and my insides, mutilate me. My neurons with input, no vacancy. Need all my senses tingling, stimulate me.
Cut.
What now?
You told me you were prepared. You said that you guys are paying for this.
Yeah, I know, but
You didn't just hire me to set up a green screen and put 3 lights around you.
Yeah.
No. You said you wanted a pro-looking music video.
This is professional. We're being professional.
This is not professional.
You keep cutting, and I think that's unprofessional because when you cut, it flows off the whole vibe. And you do know what a vibe is?
Do you know what a vibe is? This is not a vibe. This is nobody's vibe.
It is a vibe, and it's what
It's not a good vibe. Who wants this? Somebody requested this?
We know what our audience wants.
What audience?
I need a constant stream of consumption, a hit, a drag of your vagabytes. To eat, I gobble distractions like candy. Love me, touch me, call me tonight. They call me scatterbrain, doesn't matter. They keep on coming from every place. I'm just a kill, but I can't sit still. These pills all spill right out of my face like blood. The bull that you incite, stimulate me. I brought a gun to a knife fight. Stimulate me.
All right, everybody, take care of each other. We will see you when we get back from break. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us.